Yoga instructor Pranya Naidoo is all about body positivity, wellness and well-being. She joins us now to discuss how we can bring body positivity into our lives, and she also shares a few diet and yoga tricks to help maintain a good menstrual health. Pranya, welcome to the show.
Hi, and thank you so much for having me, Felisa. It's so nice to see you and be here.
I am actually so glad to have you spend time with us because, girl, you are popular. People are loving all things yoga when it comes to you. So please may you just explain to us, why is it so important to be body positive, especially when you're on your period?
Body positivity in its essence is all about accepting ourselves, accepting our bodies, our skin type, the size and the shape that we are. And what happens is that when we're compassionate about ourselves and we're compassionate about our bodies, we actually stop being shy about something that's so natural, which is being on our menstrual cycle. And I think it's really amazing to be able to be period positive. So body positivity is just a natural link to be period positive because we stop the shame, we stop thinking about our period as a taboo and a dirty topic, and we really start to embrace all the cycles that come with just being a woman and embrace all of the beautiful things that are innate and so precious about being a female.
It's so true. So you are currently also studying nutrition. So what advice would you give to our viewers to eat or drink during their menstruating period?
Just drinking much more water than we usually would consume during this time, because during our menstrual cycle, we tend to get dehydration headaches and we tend to also bloat. So just making sure that we're drinking much more water than usual and also avoiding alcohol, because alcohol dehydrates our bodies.
Yeah.
Another food that we really should pay attention to eating a little bit more of during the time is omega-3s, which you can find in like your salmon, your tunas, and your flaxseed oil. And also so important is iron, because what happens when we're on our period is we're losing blood, and so our iron levels drop. So it's really important to keep our iron levels up so we can sustain our energy, and that comes through foods like spinach and tofu and beans and legumes and all sorts of lentils. So it doesn't need to be stuff that doesn't taste good. Obviously, even dark chocolate has iron, so you'll be perfectly fine over that time.
Pranya, let's speak about some of the things you already touched on. Let's speak about some of that bloating and that pain. I do believe yoga is actually quite beneficial for one's menstrual health. So please may you just give us advice as to what pose we can try out to minimize that bloating and that cramping.
Yes, there is. So the benefits of yoga is absolutely beautiful for menstrual health. I'm going to do them, and I'd love for you to get on your mat to actually join me and do them as well.
Okay.
So the first one we're going to do, it's called cat and cow pose. And this pose, you just place your hand onto your mat. Your shoulders are underneath your wrists. You're getting your knees onto the mat, digging the feet into the mat. Your back is nice and straight. So imagine if I had to take a little teacup and place it on your back, it's not going to fall off. We're taking a breath in, we're sticking our bums out and we're looking up towards our ceiling, and we're letting our belly just be nice and loose. Taking a beautiful breath in, pressing into our palms. And as we breathe out, we're chucking our chin in towards our chest and we're rounding up our spine. So we're curling and pulling that belly button in. Beautiful. And we're going to do that one more time. So sticking the thumb out, and we breathe out, taking the shoulders away from the ears, and then slowly tucking the chin in towards the chest and rounding the spine. So this pose is really beautiful because doing spinal work also helps with emotional balance, and sometimes during our period, we may feel slightly emotional, and there's nothing wrong with that. So just doing this pose helps to stretch out the belly, and it helps with the cramps as well.
Yeah, I think that is very crucial, and a lot of viewers right now are finding so much advice and help tips. So let's keep it going.
Yeah, thank you. So the next one is called child's pose. We're going to take our knees as wide as the mat. If it's comfortable for you to bring your big toes to touch, otherwise it's fine, just let them flop open. We're going to breathe in, taking our hands up towards the ceiling, and as we breathe out, we just forward folding, getting our forehead onto the floor and just relaxing. So you breathe in and out here, and this pose, child's pose, is really beautiful because it's almost like you're giving your reproductive organs a little hug, and you're really flexing them out and stretching them out. So after staying here for your breaks, you can stay here for 1 or 2 minutes, whatever it is that feels comfortable for you. You're also stretching into the lower back. So a lot of people get lower back pain during their period. And then you can slowly and gently come out of it, walking your hands back. How did that feel for you?
Oh, that felt really, really good. I mean, I can kind of identify with that lower back pain from my posture, and especially when it's that time of the month, the pain is excruciating.
Yeah.
So I love the fact that I can go into the child's pose.
And the last one we're going to do is just a little bit of a self-love exercise or pose. And this is because, as I was saying, body positivity is really linked to being period positive. So we're just going to have our knees up to the ceiling. We're going to place our opposite palms over opposite shoulders, closing our eyes. And it's like we're giving our heart a little hug here. So closing the eyes and maybe just thinking about something that you love about your body.
Oh, well, thank you so much for joining us, Pranya. And thank you so much for bringing a smile onto our faces, even during that time of the month. We appreciate it. Bye.
Thank you. Cheers. Bye-bye.
So ladies, a good thing to remember is that diet and fitness does play a role in our menstrual cycle, and that we should always be mindful of what we put into our bodies and how we take care of our bodies so that we can live our best and healthy lives.